Howdy, folks. Welcome back to the shed. Uh, yeah, what a Sunday morning, afternoon. Quite sultry. Looking at the temperature, 85 degrees in the shed. Uh, we're a little devoid of breeze. There's a hint of breeze in the air. And welcome, everyone. Let's have a look at it's 60% humidity. So yeah, it doesn't feel like that. It feels more like 80 because it's quite clammy. The t-shirt today is the Hotdog pilot. If you can't see me in this at the exhibition, then just give it up. Just give up. Get yourself a stronger pair of specs. Right, let's welcome everyone. There's Digger Evans. Hello, Digger. Andy Dobson. Hi, Andy. Brian. Yeah, there's Brian and Chris. Yeah. Who else have we got? There's James, Canadian James, the man who's building quite a sizable layout. And when it's finished, James can move mountains. Marsh West Junction, Andy. Hello, Andy. Good to see you. And SJ Trains, I gather you're building quite a sizable layout yourself. So I'll be interested to see how that comes out. Who else have we got today? Dino, of course. Where would we be without Dino? It's a bit more than warm. It's starting to get like clammy. So there it is. Did I see Mr. Curley? I did indeed. Hello, Dwight Curley. Yeah, what do you think, huh? Hey. Hot dog astronaut? Hot dog pilot? Yeah, near enough. But I'll try and have another shirt made up with using Chris's logo. I don't know whether it'll be up there or over there or maybe sort of central like this one, but you got to like a t-shirt. So they're pretty inoffensive unless you make them offensive, of course. And we've also got Tammy and Ray. Greetings to you. Again, from across the pond. Isn't it amazing how multinational we are? So, Andy, did you know about my sec project from the USA? You see, I was in Jerry's live stream. What did he call it? Saturday Live or something like it. It's spelled Saturday wrong, but I can't hold that against him. And Mystic John was in there. And he was saying that he wanted some of his Engage locos fitted with DCC sound. And he mentioned your name. And I thought, Brian's the man. Yeah, no problem for Brian. It's no secret, Brian. Everyone knows it. Well, it is now. Yeah, sorry about that, Brian. It wasn't my intention to call you out or anything like that. It's just, that's a great thing to do. I don't know how much money's changing hands. I don't care. You might do it for the love of it, although I doubt it. But that's a very nice thing of you to do, Brian, because you obviously volunteered for it. And here's to you, man. Sort out my glasses. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, much better. What have I got running today? Yes, right. It's an English China clay extravaganza. So I went through all the bits and pieces that I've got. Of course, it's spread all in different places because some of the models we've got in Hornby, Bachmann, Daypole, and some of them are put into sets. So where you've got things like China clay, we don't keep that together as a set because so many different manufacturers make that kind of stuff. So you've got bits from Hornby, you've got bits from Kerno. So Kerno made some of these before it went to EFE, who have now reintroduced them. There's a rake of CDA hoppers just going around there. Most of them are the old Hornby ones, which are not the best because they've got a swiveling axle on them and they're notorious for derailing. But the two up front, you'll see it as they come around. I'll show you a closer shot as we go on. But the two at the front are weathered, and they're a much more recent Hornby rendition of the CDA wagon, which carry China clay. And there's Sean. Hello, Sean. Nice to see you, man. Are you down the shed, or are you up at the house, or are you out in the garden having a few? Oh, yeah. And there's Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Nice to see you. Right, so coming behind me here, Class 37. Then we've got an Imeris Tiger wagon, some ECC quarries. I can't remember what they're called. CAIB wagons, and another big Tiger on the back. And coming around this way is a mini-skill Class 08 shunter. The name on that is tiny, but it says Andy Bowers. England, Wales and Scotland. Here are the rake of CDA wagons. The first two are weathered and a much later release of Hornby, so they're a little more reliable. They look a little better. Some of the colours are toned down a bit. Yeah, great. Of course, I've only got that spinning around fairly slowly. Now, that's a Hornby Class 08, and it does actually grunk. So if you listen to it very carefully as it comes past, it goes grunk, 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 grunk. I'm saying nothing about Hornby, it's just that it's a happy coincidence that it does actually grunk, because that's how it got the nickname. Sorry, the dog just distracted me. Yeah, that's how it got the nickname of the grunk, because the bearings on the rods started to wear, and you heard this clunk, 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 and it got the nickname of a grunk. Those of you that know Jenny's channel on a Monday, grunk it up. Not a colt. So yeah, that will be coming around just over here in a second. Some of those, I got two new wagons there just to make up a rake of three, and boy, are they noisy. So the wheels are definitely turning, but they seem to be, if they were at an angle and sort of grinding themselves as they go around, that's the kind of noise I thought it would make. So I'm going to have to perhaps add a bit of oil to those, or a tiny little bit of grease. Just take the wheels out, dip the tips in grease and pop them back. Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider. Nice to see you. And a wonderful Friday night dip we had as well. Thank you very much for that. 5 weeks to go. Yes, it's not long till gets. Let me just, I don't know if you've got a drink of choice, but here's a very lightweight cider. So cheers, everybody. Refreshing. A very low alcohol content and quite sweet. Imagine those little small rosy apples that are really sweet. Yeah, it tastes pretty much like that. It's woodpecker cider, which you can only seem to get in like 36 can crates. So we just got 36. If that's the only way you can buy them, I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it. Actually, Richard grabbed it. He was sick at me moaning that I couldn't get them in a 6-pack. So Sunday session it is. Yeah, drink driver. Yeah, don't drink drive, you'll spill it. Yes, so Class 37 coming around now. Over here. Has it got a name? It does actually, and it's the legend up there, English China Clays. I'll drag the camera around as it passes again. And yeah, I literally picked out everything I could find. There's Trackside Mike. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you. I pulled out everything I could find related to English China clay or clay wagons. And I've got it all into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trains. So I've got 6 trains worth of English China clay related wagons, everything I could find. And one of the steam engines I've got, which I'm going to bring out, is typical of what you'd see in the Great Western, where the clay industry effectively is. But also, I've used what we know as a 2MT. It's a little mogul, a little 260, and that's really a Midland engine, an IVAT 260. Is it an IVAT or a standard 260? I think it's an IVAT. If I can find the box, is the box anywhere? No, I've got a GWR 94XX, which is typical of Cornwall, and would have pulled a coal train, I would imagine. But the 2MT, which I'll be dragging out in a while, yeah, that's a little bit on the borderline of fiction. I think the sober ones need to get off the road. Yeah, yeah. Don't drink and drive on the road. Drive on the pavement. It's 29 degrees centigrade in my back garden, Charlie, which is very nice. It is if you're just sitting there sunbathing and picking your nose, Digger. But you know, inside the shed, there's not much air moving in here. So yes, a 94XX, Chris. Yeah, 22 degrees where Brian is now. Brian's Telford, I believe. So that's sort of north of Birmingham, getting on towards Wales a bit. I don't know what kind of weather that Charlie and James are enjoying out in Canada. Would imagine it's starting to get a little cold at night now. How about you, Anthony? Is it warm, hot, or stormy? I know you've been having a hot spell, but yeah, 99% of accidents on my railway are drink related. Usually I haven't had enough. Yes, thanks for that, Andy. And good afternoon, by the way. Tuna salad, Mike. Yeah, tuna salad. One of my favourite kinds of fish. 29 degrees in Crystal Palace. Too hot for me. Hello, Chaz. Yes, Charlestown, of course. Yeah, there's another little Cornish. I wouldn't call it a fishing village. It was more like a port, actually, and it was China clay related back in the day. But I think it's more Par now than anywhere else. The town of Par. And Donegal Dad, hello, Mark. Nice to see you. It's cloudy here, but it'll be 23. Now, 23 is a bit more like it. This is getting up 90, even though there's a little bit of cloud haze. That sun's still pretty strong. And oh, by the way, Mike, keep it on the tracks. Right, here we go. Right, I'm going to grab the camera, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to stretch it across, and I'll show you a slightly different angle, and I'll put some foam underneath just to keep some of the sound down. Right, let's try this for size. Right then. How's that? That should be in a position so as not to strike the camera. What you can see there is one of the China clay bullets that I'm going to run in a while. This one is like a halfway house. It's half chrome and half weathered. There goes the little EWS shunter. Actually bronking. And you can see some of those wagons not too happy. I think some of them are slightly out of gauge, but that's the way just Hornby made them. I didn't ask, but can everybody hear me okay still? Because there's no noise reduction on. Here comes Class 37, which is English China Clays. Tiger. CAIB wagons, 3 clean, 3 weathered. And a great big ECC International Tiger on the back. Now, I know that there have been ECC International like bulk powder or tank wagons done in the States. I can't remember by who, but I know they're painted white with ECC International on them. And I want to try and get at least 3 of those. So I'll be looking around for them. And those who are out in America or Canada are much more likely to see some than I am. So if you could keep an eye out for me, I'd be most grateful. Even if it appears on eBay, just shoot me a message or answer one of the videos just so I get the message, and then I'll jump on and grab them if I can. Here comes the Gronk. I think that one must be warming up a bit because it's those CAIB wagons, they really are noisy. Which ones? Right. I think they're tankers. Not quite like these. Much shorter. I think they're a double bogey design, very much like the Bullet, but a lot shorter. And I think they're made in the States, probably by Atlas or somebody of that nature. Backdrops, Andy, where did I get them? They're from a company called ID Printing or ID Vaccines, and that's what they make them. The reason I got these, Mike, is that obviously they're big trees, probably better off for O gauge than HO, but I needed a fairly dark background for the smoky locomotive that I've got for the smoke to show up, because it comes out white. Really, you need a dark background to actually see it, and if you've got the lighting wrong, you hardly see the smoke at all. So if you're going to show things like that off, it's better to see them on a fairly dark background. And these were the darkest backgrounds I could find. So that was my reasoning behind it. Right. On the next trip around, I'll pop the Class 08 out and I'll bring out another train. Oh, we've got Lord Al. Hello, Al. Nice to see you. And the impromptu big up on your video. That was very kind of you, mate. The $5 in the post. Mysterious Mechanic. We've got Jake in our midst. Very nice of you to come by. There comes the 37 English China Clays in EWS. Woohoo! Right, let's just do some manipulation of the points. This one. This will be right by your side, so you'll hear the thump of the points going over. Okay. Alan, when you're next going to the model shop? Oh, he's probably down there every morning. And there's Edward. Hello, Edward. How nice to see you. Coming past you any second now will be an English, Wales and Scotland, now defunct, of course, and taken over by, I think it was DB Schenker. That's a Class 08 going on to the siding. And as soon as that one's done, I'll bring out another one, which will be reversing out past you. Same ECC wagons, you're cool, but I had to change the couplings, pivot in magnetic ones, get them to stay on the track with the factory fitted ones. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I had to reverse that all the way out, and I was keeping my eyes on it. And Robert's train set, Mr. Valentine, how are you? I bet it's sweltering up in your loft, Robert. Right, let's stand by the controls. I don't want them thumping the buffers, do I? Right. So, slow down, slow down. Right. Okay. Isolate that one. Open up the next one. Change the direction. And here comes the 94 XX. Oh, bugger. Guess who didn't change the points? Oh, you silly ass. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, you silly ass. Right, where am I? Number 1. Okay. Right, that one's on. That one's sort of on. That one's on. What a mess. You silly bugger. Oh, well, it happens. It's a live stream. Right. Okay, we're ready. Now I've got to climb back over, or shall I? No, I'll stand up. Right, off we go. That's better. See, it even happens to me. Down to 85 degrees here at the Mo in the shed. Yeah, I'll bet it is. It's about the same here. 29 degrees over in Dutch Holland. Hello, hi, nice to see you. Oh, you're at the caravan. Oh, great. Well, it's nice that everybody's enjoying themselves. Right, coming towards you is Brake Van and the 94XX. Here she comes. You might see some, oh, you couldn't see it from there, but it does actually have, all right, slow down. I remembered the points this time. And here we go. Here comes the 94XX. That's got some private owner wagons, followed by some Bachmann China clay trucks with hoods and a towed brake van. Looks like it's about to rain up in Telford. Dear, dear. That must be blowing off over, coming up the Bristol Channel across Wales. Baseboards tomorrow, Jake. Raining in South Wales in the tour of the British cycle race. Yeah, it sounds like it's coming your way, Brian. What am I looking for? English China clay. I believe they were done in white, Charlie. And I believe they're sort of tankers. Fairly small tankers. I don't know if they're 4-wheel or 8-wheel tankers. But I know somebody did them because I remember seeing them with KDs, which means they must have. Right, let's, I'm right here. Let's bring England, Wales and Scotland off. You'll see that diverging across that way onto this line right here. Oh, sorry, that's match of the day. Sorry about that. I don't know where that came from. Drink of the day, cider. Pretty weak stuff, but there you go. Right, I better stand by the controls, so I don't want another buffer hit. Right, and the next one that comes out will be more China clay, believe it or not. Right on. Right, isolate that. Unisolate that. Open up that one. And this should be coming out right beside you. Equalize that. And reverse. And here she comes. Yet another China clay tray. Change of direction. And here comes the 2MT. That's a pretty small mogul with some China clay wagons and more China clay wagons with hoods I suppose, to keep all the fine powdered china clay in, and another towed brake van on the back. This one is one that I won on one of Bernie's competitions, and the towed brake van on the back I also won, and the little light that goes in behind it. So if I change the direction, forgive me a minute. There we go. It's a little bit difficult, but bear with me. Right, so here comes the 94XX. This one's for you, Chris. There you go. Copper-coloured chimney. A big fat pannier tank. And following shortly behind is the 2MT with English China Clays Limited, St Austell, written on the side. Again, these are Bachmann wagons. And here comes, this is a Newton Abbott towed brake van, which is pretty much a caboose type thing. And there's a little light on the back. How's that? Right. So what I'll do, I'll just flip this back over so it's pointing the right way. There we go. And that should suffice. There we go. That should just slide past the 94XX. Yeah. There we go. How's that? Like this. Let's take a look. Yeah, very much like that. Let me just get rid of that. Yeah, I saw that, Anthony. It's very much like that, only the ones I saw had ECC International on it. Dragon Junction, indeed, but we need a son to marry off, then we can panic about it. No panic. Mind you, some of us do our best stuff when we panic. I know that doesn't sound very logical, but when somebody pushes you into doing something, it can bring out a finer display of capability just by being absolutely pushed to the limits. It's amazing what the brain can come up with. £40 for a logo is a good deal, but not for a wagon. Yeah. But if I think that was Brian. Brian, if English China Clay is your kind of thing, like this, I'll just give you an idea. You see how it says ECC International on there? That Kaolin car that you showed me, Anthony, is very similar to that, only with that logo on it. So we shall see. I think the 94XX will just get past that. If you're driving to get someone sat there, have you seen that we cannot use the car park? Yes, that's right. Yeah, because Milton Keynes Dons are playing at home. So I think they've got a replacement bus service or a bus service on from wherever they've asked you to park to the venue. So yeah, it should be okay. Unfortunately, I'll be travelling the day previously, and I can only make gets on the Sunday. I'd love to be there for the whole weekend, but you know, there's also family commitments as well. Sunday could be a long day, I guess. Yeah. Alan, we'll be all over you like a rash. Yeah, the bowl with the vintage bus ride. Sounds good. Yeah, a day to remember. Yeah, I don't see why you can't take in the game as well, Anthony. Particularly if you've never made it to Anfield to actually see one of our football games, soccer games, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that'll be an experience in itself. But just be prepared for some foul language. Now, I don't think the 94XX clouted it the last time. So I think we're all right as this passes. How's that, Chris? That's in early British Rail logo colours of black. Right, next time around, I'll pop that one in and we'll change it up. So I'll just have to move you. I won't have to move you at all, actually. I'll move you a little bit. There you go. Did you see my card was on Charlie Bishop's video? I didn't see that. Tell you the truth, I watched the video, Alan. Lord Al, sorry. No, I'm doffing my cap. No, I didn't see that, but I'll check it out again. Nothing like a little fame. And I might have asked before, are you using StreamYard or... Oh, no, neither. This is straight to YouTube. Hence just the one camera. And there's Martin. Hello, Martin. Hope you like English China clay stuff. Here goes the points. This is going back into what you're going to see now is a 94XX and a whole rake of wagons coming right past you. Here we go. 94XX. Off on its way to the yard. Nice and snaky. With a nice par toad on the back. I'll leave that open because there'll be another one coming out now. And that will be DCC. Woo! So we'll do a quick switch over to DCC and I'll run out of the DCCs. No probs, Chris, no probs. Oh, that's gone a bit screw-willy. Right, stand by the controller. Here she comes. Right, put that one to bed. Okay, isolate that. Otherwise, when I switch to DCC, you're going to get some funny sounds. Right, let's pop the other one away. And then everything will be isolated. I can switch over to DCC and I won't get any funny noises. That's the theory. Stormy Sky Rail Productions Super Stacker Sunday meeting on the UP. Sounds good. I'll check that out later. You'll look it up now. Right. There goes the 2MT. That's a weathered 2MT, by the way. Again, another Bachmann product. My favourite. Right. Isolate that. And now I'm going to switch over to DCC. No noises. That's good. So make sure everything's isolated. It is. And now I'm over to DCC, so I'm on the power cab. Right, I can. Let's reverse this one out first. Let me set the road. And because this one's slightly different. So now out are going to be coming the bullets. So switch that one over. Open up 1, 2, 3. add, let's go for 3906. I don't appear to be getting anything there. Right, hang on a minute. Recall. There we go. Now you should just be able to hear that. It will go through its startup routine. Right, let's have some lights on. Reverse. Here we go. I'll just keep an eye on this while it's coming out. And what you're going to see before you is 4 dipole silver bullets, all in ECC international colours, and the solitary Revolution Trains TUA wagon that I just got. Let's hurry it up a bit. The miracle of DCC. Here we go. Let's slow it down a bit. Oh, I still got your badge, Brian. Sorry, not Brian, Alan. Right, there's the bullets in their as minted condition. And here comes the little TUA wagon. Nice. I love that powder blue. Right, I'll just get that to clear the point. Change direction. Set the road, and off we go. Well, I'll see you down there then, Brian. Recording yesterday via StreamYard using 2 cameras. My Logitech Brio froze and I had to bring in my cell phone. All right. 6 years left from last year. Looks and sounds like it. Off goes the tractor. Right. I'll just shut that one up for a while, and then we can bring out the second one. So, just set the road. Where are we? In the center. So, red to the middle. Right. Open up this one. Flick it over to 3709. And this one's the Jamie Goodman sounds in this Colas 37. So this should give your ears a good rasp. Let's have some headlights on, change of direction. And here comes the dirty version of the ECC bullet wagons. Some are semi-dirty, but these ones are fully weathered. Oh, it's high. That's a cold start, but it actually allows you to move it before the startup procedure is fully gone. So as you can hear, it's ticking over now, but it effectively does a cold start. Sounds? Right. And then I'll give this one a good blast and we'll see what it does. Okay. Direction change. High speed 37. That sounds a bit sick, doesn't it? Right, have a little bit more speed. And here she comes. It's very good. Yeah, banana and orange sandwich, yeah, in black bread. Brian, the sound decoder in that one is the Jamie Goodman sound decoder for a 37.0. So it gives you that cold start, where it coughs and splutters, and that keeps going for about 30 seconds until it gets to an average tick over. And as you can hear, that's quite effective as a tractor. No 11s. Yeah, Brian, he does some pretty good DCC sound projects. Obviously, he does his own recording, and they're subtly different, not better or worse than Lego Man Biffos, but they're of the same quality. Of course, you might have different functions under different buttons, but yeah, they're pretty comparable. At least it gives you a choice. The other one is Bachman's sound in that one, and I think that's probably Southwest Digital, because they do a lot of the stuff for Bachman. So I'll pop the sound on for the other one as it comes around, and I'll give you a real blast. So now that's two 37s. And as you can hear, that's pretty raucous with two tractors going. Yeah. Oh, right. That's a night shift for you.
It's a night shift because you got a pound for it.
Those tankers look like they fit in a hot dog bun. Right, let's silence that one. And we'll silence that one. It won't let me silence that one. So I'm going to have to stop that, I think. Turn the sound off, and then, because there must be a mute button, but it's probably under one of 28. So I'll turn that off, and then just run it. Oh, sorry. Normal service will be resumed as soon as possible. Just put a new ESU3 sound file, and it's pretty good. Yes, I've seen that, Andy T. And those sound files that ESU have done are pretty good. That's it. Stopped completely. Spy racking, yeah. I have to admit, I was impressed with the ESU sounds in the 220. Yeah, they're not bad, Anthony. Proof I can't multitask. I was admiring your layout while cooking Evie's cheese on toast. I'm now re-cooking the cheese on toast. Oh, did it go a little black? Right. Let's see if this will go. It will. Right, so we've now got two silent DCC creations on there. And I can still use the horns. Woohoo! There we go. Rock and roll. Your lock program, the free software, it's super easy. Yes, Andy T, it is, yeah. I do have a lock programmer. I think I used that on the last time on the Casey Jones Sierra number 3 that I was putting together. And it was invaluable. I just put a micro in there, I think. And a decent speaker. And I just had to put a small relay in to get the smoke unit working as well. How are we doing for time? Need to set a timer for the cheese on toast. Well, usually there's you can reset the toaster. Oh no, you can't do that. You have to put it under a grill, don't you? Yeah. You have to have something like an egg timer or something like that. But you'd only have to do that on experience. You'd have to watch it the first time. If the bread's slightly dry, it's going to be easier to toast than, I suppose, really fresh bread. James got to get going. Thanks for popping in, James. Have a nice day. Love burnt cheese. Oh, Brian, what are we going to do with you? Tell you the truth, yeah, I like the taste of burnt cheese and toast as well. So you shouldn't have wasted it, Martin. You could have just sent it up to me and Brian. We would have eaten it. Lots of bullets. That's right. Yes.
That's brilliant last night. Peterborough Station.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, I think it was B-Way Maintenance.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to replace an IBJ. So we're going to remove the fit. And first of all, they said they're going to do both legs. They're going to do both rails.
Yeah.
And they'll do common and section.
Okay.
On the up lane, just outside of the platform.
Yeah.
Then, as we arrived, we chatting with one of the welders. They say 2 out of 8 contractors they booked turned up.
2 out of 8 contractors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and then
Welcome to the real railway, folks.
the up main had to go back at 5 o'clock. No, 5:05.
Right.
When originally it was thought it was going to go back at 8. So you've already run down on your time. And there was a tamper in the platform tampering. And he was running back and forth. So they cancelled the job.
Oh.
So we were there testing some tracks for maintenance.
Right.
Because they had annuals on them. Needed doing. A TPWS grid that got checked. And the other guy had to swing around to another site signing with another cost to FPL 2 separate points.
Right. Ooh, it's the signalman. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was out all hours of the night working on our railways to keep them tip top. If it weren't for the contractors, of only which 2 out of 8 turned up.
Ours turned up. Oh, that was another one. Our cost was being assessed.
Cost being
Controller of site safety.
controller of site safety. He was being assessed. So he was on his best behaviour, squeaky bum.
Yeah. Even though he needs to do a recert in 56 days. So what's the point?
No point.
Exactly. And since he's a contractor, that stuff comes out of his own money.
Oh.
So he got, I think, Vital said it was 690 quid being docked from his pay because he's being assessed.
Oh, 690 quid for being assessed. You heard it here, folks. If you think model railways are expensive, on the real railway, it's even more expensive. Jason at Barnabas Junction. Jason, hello, Jason. A couple of 37s for you. Nothing in DRS, unfortunately. Colas Rail and what is that? Rail Freight
General.
Rail Freight General. So you've got the dirty bullets coming before you, and 2 partially dirty bullets right on the end. And here comes Rail Freight General with the wagon I just got and a very clean variety of China clay bullets.
TUA, isn't it?
Yeah, TUA, that's the one. And made by Revolution Trains and sold by Rainbow Railways. If you want to get one, it's 40 quid. A lot of money for a tank, but it's been put together really well, runs really nicely, looks the part. All the parts are fabricated really, really well, particularly if you look on the top as it comes past, there is an etched brass and painted like roof gangway. Steps are done really nice. Any underbody detailing is all there, and the paint scheme you can see for yourself is fabulous. Powder blue, ECC International, right up my street. Is Jason going to Gets?
I've been invoiced for that SDJR van
Right.
from EFE.
Okay, is that coming then?
It's in the post from Kerr.
Ah. SDJR brake van.
No. It's based on the LSWR vent van. It's the one without the vents on the end, but it was the LSWR diaphragm.
And it's SDJR.
Yeah.
Right, okay. That'll fit in nicely. Well, more goodies on the way. Unfortunately, not going to Gets. Oh, Jason, you ought to treat yourself. But we are going to go along to Worley as well. I know Brian's not going, but if you want to see scale, then Worley is, well, it'll fill your boots. But I think Gets is a much nicer show. There's less of everything, but it's better laid out, so you can actually move in there without no jostling or anything like that. And it's got a friendly atmosphere in there, and that's all you can really ask for from an exhibition. Plus, we weren't drowned in BO the last time we went either, so people obviously
that's true.
Looked after themselves a bit.
The more common smell now is deep heat.
Yeah, you can more smell the deep heat now than you can body odor, which can be like boiled beef and onions sometimes. Yeah, particularly when you're queuing up at the start and you think, oh, blimey, we haven't even got in there yet, and they're chucking up. But there you go, that's life. Stabbed his finger with an electric screwdriver with a bit on the end, hard, and he went straight in, hit the bone, and just churned everything up. So he lost the feeling in the tip of his finger. Not good. I mean, there was a flap of skin which was put back, but all of the stuff inside has all been, masticated. Forgive the word, masticated, like chewed.
The other person I mentioned was James, and that's because
I've seen it yourself.
he dropped an AWS permanent on the tip of his finger.
Oh, permanent magnet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's heavy.
And crushed it, got cut off, and got 10 grand for it.
Yes, an industrial accident.
Yeah.
But I watched the tip of 3 fingers come off when somebody got their hand slammed in a door. Pulled his hand away, and his fingers are still in the jam of the door, and he pulled his fingers right out to the bone.
I did loved it.
That was at school when I was at primary school. Ricky Morrissey, that was. I've never forgotten it ever since, and I've been uber careful always to keep my fingers away from doors. So a life lesson. Fortunately, somebody else suffered it. I witnessed it, and didn't want that to happen to me. Right. I'm going to get these off, and I'm going to run the mystery train. Right, so let's open that one up. So the train closest to you will now be exiting stage left, just in front of you. Got half a layout to go. I hope you can still all hear me, by the way. Yes, the mystery train, Edward. You can probably just see it just in the background. I'll have to put it together by hand, but I'm sure you understand. Right.
I've secured another coach for it. The other one I'm after is currently up for bidding, so
Super.
another week.
Okay. I did spot another named car on there.
Yeah, they are first classes if they're named.
Right. Just bring that down at a decent speed.
But I only need one more.
Okay. Just clear the points.
That's good.
Ooh, just direction and headlight off.
Yeah.
And that is isolated. Now I can do the other one. Now I can concentrate. One at a time, people. One at a time. Recall. Slow her down.
Where's the dog?
I don't know. Is she not just outside the door?
No.
Right, that has now diverged off to the left. Sorry about that. I've just jogged. I'll just concentrate on the train because it's not my train to wreck. Well, the contents are, but not the engine. That belongs to Richard. So I've got to be uber careful. Right, and stop. Excellent. Right, that is isolated. Right, that is. I'll leave that one open. Now I'm going to switch to DC. Now on DC. At the flick of a switch, it's a quad pole double changeover. Right, let's open up that one. Right, bring this out. Here comes the mystery train. Right, flip that off. Now I've got to bring that out. We want 5 off. I want 9 off. And I want to open that one. Right, so coming out before you, it's a Britannia class. Let me just seat you back up. How's that? Wrong, that's the wrong one. Number 5 should be that way, that should be that way, and here comes Britannia. Just hope she don't hit the camera as she comes past. Close, but no cigar. Right. Now, shall I run that round? No, I won't. Right, let's go. Turn that one off. Now I need... How am I going to do this? Right, I'll reverse that back. So I'll come back past you now. This is Hornby's latest iteration of Britannia Type 7MT. I'll read the name out for you in a minute. Right, I'll just stop her there. Right, just swap that over. And I need to do both of these in synchronization. Clear. Right, I'll leave that there and I'll bring the train up to here. Here we go. Here's the hand of God. Oh yeah. And off we go, chaps, guys and gals. And we're away. Mystery train. The Bournemouth Bell. There it is. How's the 9F running? Tell you the truth, Brian, I haven't had a chance to have a second look at it, but I think there may be something amiss with the electrics inside. Something might be touching the bare metal chassis. A little bit of wire that's got a bit of sheathing taken off. I will investigate it, but I'm not that short of 9Fs that I can't pull another one out. It gives me an idea, actually. The Britannia. Actually, it's Alfred the Great pulling the Bournemouth Bell. Right. Bit of speed, folks, bit of speed. There she comes. I think this one's Alfred the Great. Line speed. Okay, Mark, thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure. The mystery train, the Bournemouth Bell. So, Chaz, you've got this. You've got this set. The thing about this set is, I don't know if you've noticed or not. You probably have. But all of the Pullman cars on there are K-type Pullman cars, which means they're all got 12 wheels on them instead of the traditional 8-wheel ones. These are all triple bogey, triple wheel bogey. The thing with this was that we started with the extra coach pack, and then later on got the Bournemouth Bell, so it gives you the full train, and that's the full 6-car train for the Bournemouth Bell. I'll just reset the camera a little bit so you can actually see from the side. You may well see that they've got the 12-wheel bogies. I'll pop it down a little bit further. So as it comes around, all 12-wheel bogies. I'll slow it down a bit as it comes around. So here it comes. So I'll slow it down there. And then you'll get an idea of what these Ks are like. Now they're quite sought after because I'm not sure how many Hornby made of these.
Hornby made 13 unique ones. That's it.
So they made 13 unique ones,
That's it.
and that's it.
Including those 6.
Including these 6. So there's another 7 out there that we could get. One of which we've got here, which is car number 294.
Yeah.
The difference with 294 is that it doesn't have the Bournemouth Bell name plaques on the side, so I haven't included it on the train. But there's room for expansion, and as long as the Alfred the Great can pull it without having a diesel helper on it, then yeah, sure, we'll use it. Yeah, it's a third piler, I think.
Yeah, so I've got another third piler on the way, and all I need after that is a first kitchen, and we can call that a full 9-coach train.
Right, so I'll try and give a bit more of a close-up there as it comes around. There are the 6-wheelers, 6-wheel bogies, 12 wheels in all. It's a little bit stuttery, but you know, I suppose there's only so good a refresh rate on these type of things. Any road. Right. Okie dokie. Let's pop you back up the top there. Oh, we're back. Oh, boy, oh boy. T-shirt. Well, hey, love it. You can't beat a good hot dog. But it's absolutely stiflingly baking hot. There is a little bit of breeze outside, not very much, but boy, is it close in here. Obviously, there's not enough breeze hitting the door for it to sort of bring it in. Yeah, I thought that'd make a nice little change. Just give it a little more speed. I hope everybody could hear me. I was trying to talk towards the microphone, but I did a little experiment. Hotdog astronaut, yeah, good enough. It's all I could get from.
It's the next step up.
Yeah, it's the next step up. Hotdog astronaut. Yeah, there you go. It's the nearest I could get to, you know, something topical. So if you see me wearing this, say hello. I don't bite. No, don't have those bogies. No, it's the K car is a bit of a special one. But if you see it, Charlie, snap them up, because they're as good a coach as they've made, Hornby. I'll be the first to say, when they do a good job, I'll tell you that they do a good job. hot dogs lay on the stomach somewhat. Yeah, helps if you're sort of hungry and then relax completely afterwards. But don't listen, it does bite. No, I don't, Brian. Um, yeah, if you see these 12-wheel coach Pullmans, which are K-type, yeah, grab some. They're as good as anything Hornby have made. Um, I'm not particularly keen. This has got the flangeless axle under the cabin. I'm not particularly keen on that. When we did get this one, the actual housing around that rear axle had Mazak rock in it. But we've managed to get a spare from Peter Spares or YouTube, whoever had one. It may have actually been AC Spares. And it was an easy fit, but it was just, yeah, it was coming apart. I don't know if I've still got it here. No, I think it's been disposed of because you can get inundated with little bits and pieces that have come off, and you think, oh, well, I might be able to fix that. No, you can't. Bin it, just bin it. And did I see Collins Engage live here at the Engage exhibition? Oh, okay. Right on. It's nice to see you, Colin. Hope you and your good lady are in fine spirits. And one hell of a bridge. Yeah, Colin's making a trestle. Everybody, if you haven't checked in on Collins Engage, go take a look. He'd done a fantastic container ship just out of literally plastic card, which was fabulous. The detailing he put on it and how he thought about it is all there. It's a masterclass, and the bridge again, fabulous. I'm yet to catch up on that, but I will today. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the mystery train. It was a bit of a special, but I do like those 12-wheel Ks. Very reminiscent of the American heavyweights, which are also 6-wheel bogies, and got quite a few of them. I noticed Jerry said to me, "Oh, I'd never see you run a lot of American stuff." Well, we can change that. I tend to run it. It all depends who's in the chat. I suppose if it was more and more American, then I'd put more and more American stuff on to, keep everybody happy. I don't care what I run, really. I just try and keep it topical, or if I've got a lot of particular stock of one thing, I'll do a running session. We'll all enjoy it. But yeah, mostly American stuff is New York Central, Union Pacific, Virginia and Truckee. Oh, what else? There's not a great deal else. Oh, Rio Grande. All edging around that. We've got a Pennsylvania engine, which is an absolute monster. It's a steam turbine. I think it's the S1, S2. And that gets a blowout every now and then. And that's got sound and all the bells and whistles and the smoke and everything. And I believe that's is it a Broadway Limited? Expensive it was, and it's difficult to get hold of over here. But as I say, if you do like American trains, then there is Anorax Anonymous, who are at most of the big shows, and they have a good deal of American stuff at reasonable prices. What mic am I using? I have a Blue Yeti. Well, you can put some ointment on that, Charlie. No, this is just it's a HP webcam, and I'm just using the mic that's with it. So it's nothing ultra special, but as I'm just punching straight out over into YouTube without any software, I can control whether it's got AI noise reduction or not. Well, I've turned that off, so you hear me and the train. I did try it yesterday where I put the PC all at different places around here. I didn't lose any signal. I think it jumped just once. Didn't lose any signal. It was 3 bars all the way, which is good enough. And I tried different camera positions. This is about the best of it. I mean, I did try all kinds of different things. I had it over there. I had it over in the yard over here. I can change it up now if everybody wants to change. I can have a change of scene. I can move myself down the shed and go down to there. Anyway, I've taken up all of your time on a Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed it. I very much did. It's been great fun getting all the China clay gear out. As I say, I will be looking for some American China clay stuff. I can always do an adaptation so I can change couplers and things. But Andy saw 4 in the box at a local railroad shop. Not sure if they were the same. They were expensive and mint. You'll check. Oh, okay, Charlie. Yeah, they are worth getting. They might be expensive, but for what they are, they're superb coaches. I hope you were talking about them. If there's anything ECC International over in America, just snap them up, and I can always PayPal money anywhere. So I will be doing some American stuff, and you know, most of the time it usually has smoke on it as well. So because it's fun and I like smoke, I always have since I was that high. So yeah, it's just one of the aspects of model railroading, model railways that I like. Trains Kits, hello there. I'm just about to shut it down actually, because this is the kind of day where it's sultry kind of heat that you just want to sit down and flop. But I've done my best to stay awake. Anyway, I'll go and stick myself in the refrigerator for half an hour. Right, thanks very much, guys. Always been a pleasure having your company, and I'll catch up with you all soon. I may be flying at Old Walden next week. I don't know whether that's going to be Saturday or Sunday or both days. So there may well not be a hot dog on Sunday next Sunday. It depends on the weather. Model flying is weather related. So it's difficult to predict the weather a week in advance. But I'll give you some warning. It's really difficult to say, yes, I'll do it, yes, I won't. I could probably do it when I got back from model flying, but that would be after 6 o'clock. That might be, I might do that, actually. I might just do it a bit later. I might be treading on somebody else's toes, but people can always watch me on backup. So check your email in 5 minutes or less. Okay, Anthony, thank you very much. I'll do that. I'll catch up with you all soon. Maybe on next week. We'll see how it goes. After a hard day on the flying field, it's difficult to say yay or nay, definitely. I may not even get to the flying field because it depends on the weather. If it's going to be sunny, fine. If it's windy or rainy or inclement, because we're in September now, we'll see. So it's in the lap of the gods, really. I turn off the mics in my 2 Logitech webcams. I think I dealt with the echo problem. Okay, yeah, we've seen that a lot on people who YouTube with a lot of different cameras. They all have associated mics and it can really interfere. As I say, I tried it in different spots all around the shed, and with the noise reduction on, and if I wasn't pointing straight at the camera with my voice, I noticed it did clip very badly and you couldn't hear any of the trains. So I'll leave it with that noise reduction and we'll see how we go there. Anyway, guys, Auf Wiedersehen, choose, and happy trains, and keep it on the tracks. Catch you soon. Adios.